Harish Khurana of the Delhi Bharatiya Janata Party is now joining us. Mr. Khurana, first up reaction on the latest coming up from Manish Sisodia as far as going back to the old liquor policy is concerned.
See, the reaction of Manish Sisodia today, the body language of Manish Sisodia today was as if a thief was caught and the anger of frustration has been on his face. BJP, since last almost a year, was raising a question of a corruption in this liquor policy. The corruption was, there was a cartel form, there was a manufacturing company who has got the tender, there was a blacklisted company who has given the tender. In spite of doing some action on these companies, you have given 144 crore rupees as a gift to these all cartel companies. You have given 30 crore rupees exemption of EMD. You have given a 50 rupees exemption on imported liquor. In spite of that, now today, taking action on these companies, you are giving a gift to these people. And if BJP is raising a question, if LG has asked a query, if the case has given to CBI, there's an anger of frustration what has come up. The corruption has been exposed, and he is in a fear that whatever the money he has taken from these companies has to be returned back. That's the frustration on his face. That's the body language of a money.
No, leave the body language aside, but in terms of what should Manish Sisodia have done, are you convinced with what he has done going back to the old policy?
No, the thing is, whatever, it's the same old policy, what he has said, it's a corrupt policy. Now today again he's going back. In a new policy, he has taken a corruption. He has done a lot of corruption on this. I mean, he don't know what he has to do. Because the money is prevailing right now. Money is on his head right now.
No, but the BJP earlier said that there is corruption in the new liquor policy. So now he's gone back to the old policy. So then what is the objection? I'm trying to understand.
But Manish Sisodia what said? He said when he was launching a new liquor policy, he said there's a lot of corruption in old policy. Now today he's adopted the old policy again. Point is not this. Point is whatever the corruption he has done, he has to be exposed. He has to be behind the bars.
No. That is correct. That's a matter of investigation. That is a matter, and that BJP has been saying for a while now, and that's a matter of investigation. But at this juncture, Mr. Khurana, what decision that Mr. Sisodia has taken, are you convinced with that? Or if you were in Mr. Sisodia's place, what would you have done?
So, first of all, no, point is not this. Point is not old or liquor policy. Point is the corruption which has happened in either an old policy or a new policy has to be stopped.
Yeah.
The point is, if the old policy is to prevail like what has been done before also, the corruption was prevailing, which Sisodia himself has admitted it. Point is this, if the same corruption will be happening in the old policy also, BJP will raise a question again. We have to see it that's the point is, whatever the corruption should not be happen, and whatever the legitimate revenue should be generated, it has to be go in the public treasury, not in the pocket of political party like Aam Aadmi Party.
That's right. And there are also questions arising in the new policy, the old policy, which is getting reinstated as well. What happens to the private players who were in business?
Then that Arvind Kejriwal has to see. He has to answer this. Whatever the money investment has been done by these private players, what has to be done? This answer has to be given by the Manish Sisodia.
Okay.